time to start sowing some seeds. I've got lots to choose from. I've got beetroot, Swiss chard, spring onions, I've got lettuce, carrots and parsnips. They can all go in now. And usually what you do is you sow 2 rows and then you leave it a week or so and then do another 2 rows, especially at an allotment, because then you've got crop following on all the time. There's always something to grow. If I'm doing it in pots at home, I don't worry so much. I fill the pot and I enjoy it. So, because I'm at the allotment today, I've prepared my seed bed. I've raked it over and got rid of all the weeds. And I'm going to use these sticks so that I know where my rows are going. So I give them a little bit of space in between. And all of the seeds today, whichever ones you choose to grow, it's pretty much the same method for each. So I'm just going to draw my trowel through the soil about a centimetre, 2 centimetres deep. And the instructions are on the back of the packet. So again, have a little look. All depends which seeds you choose, and I'll show you in a minute the difference it can make. And I literally just draw it along, just like that. I've got to take my gloves off again, sorry guys. Now, let's have a look. Parsnip seeds. I love parsnips. Parsnip seeds are quite flat, but they don't like to be too deep. So I think 1.5 centimetres, 2 centimetres is about right. See, they're quite big, aren't they? But they are flat, so they don't want to be too deep. Now remember my granny's rule: 1 to sow, 1 for the crow and 1 to grow. So I'm going to sprinkle them in. Now again, because I don't know if I'll be up here this week again or next week, we really don't know. So I'm going to put plenty in. I don't want to waste any seed because it's not so easy to get to the shops at the moment to buy more. So I'm trying to be careful, but I do want to put plenty in. And once they start to come through, we will come back and we will thin them out. And I'll show you what that means when they grow. I'm using my pinchy fingers to pick them up and sprinkle them in. Okay, that looks about right. Now, pop that back in there. I've already done 4 rows of parsnips. Cheated. Sorry guys. Pinchy fingers and just tuck them in so that they're nice and warm, covered with the soil. Just like that. How easy was that? Simple. Let's do carrots. Note to self, open the packets next time, Mrs H. There we go. Now these seeds are very, very fine. Look at that. My goodness me. So, pinch your fingers and just sprinkle them in the row. And again, this is another one that we will thin out together when they've started to grow through. All the way, pinch your fingers, sprinkling them along that row. Just like that. Oh, my wrist nearly gave way then. There we go. Okay, that's great. Pinch your fingers and just cover them up. Just like that. I think for the last row, save those for later. I think for the last row I'll do beetroot. Now beetroot, very nice. And the seeds are a bit bigger. at that. So I think, yes, I'm right, a little bit deeper. Just a little bit, not a lot. 1.5 centimetres at least. Pinch your fingers. Now look, we don't need to get a tape measure out to get these right. Mother Nature will sort it out for us. Make sure you put plenty in there. Okay, all the way along the row. There we go. Guess what? Pinch your fingers to cover them up. There we go. Now the sticks are there to help me, because when I come back in a couple of weeks' time, this will be covered in weeds as well as the things I want to grow. But it is helpful to label where you've grown things. So the beetroot was in there, and the date today, yes. Okay, and that just helps me to work out when things should start to come through. Now this one was the carrots. Whew, you can see why I need to label things, can't you? Carrots, and the variety was early Nantes. And then I put the date. Now of course you can do that modern technical thing, which of course is to take a photo, and that way you know exactly what you've planted where. Okay, that goes in there. And this was parsnips. Now, it is a nice sunny day. If the sun was out very, very full, if it was lunchtime, I wouldn't bother watering these seeds. Try and water in the evening or in the early morning. That's the best time to water. Now here comes my top tip for watering. As it's late afternoon, we'll do it now. Watering can with a rose on the end. That's one of those. If you start it off in the middle of your row, so it's not on top of the seeds yet, start it off and then move it along your row of seeds. And that's my top tip, because if you start it off right on top of where your seeds are, it washes them away a bit, moves the line. And sometimes when you've got things growing close together, that can be really tricky. Okay, there we go. Labelled up, watered, good job.